everyone, and welcome to Lesson 34. My name is Danielle. Thank you for joining me today. Let's remember together, last lesson we worked out some top tips for accurately measuring using informal measuring tools. Now, I'm having a go at measuring the length of my homework book. How am I going? So I've chosen my matchsticks to use as my unit, and I'm starting to line them up here. Now, hang on. Now I need to make sure that they are touching. So let's fix that. They have to be touching. And now hang on a minute. Now I'm noticing that it's not in a straight line. I'm getting a bit muddled now. Let's go back to our top tips. Tip number 1 was to work out what attribute you need to measure. So that was length. Tip 2 was to choose the best informal measuring tool. That's my matchsticks. Here is where I got muddled. No curvy lines. Let's fix that. So I need to line them up straight alongside my book. One more. Okay, let's keep reading. No gaps or overlaps. Let's check. Okay, that's pretty accurate. Measure the whole object. Yes, we've done that. Tip number 6, say the total and the unit after measuring. So, let's count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My homework book is 6 matchsticks long. Thank you for helping. Now, how did you go with your home task? What did you measure? I'd like to show you what I did. So, here's my book. I'm going to turn to lesson 33. Goodness me, here we are. Now, lesson 33, I chose to measure how long that my skipping rope was. Now, I had to remember when I was stretching out my skipping rope, I had to make sure that it was exactly straight and not all curly. I did that first. Then my unit of measure was pop sticks, and my skipping rope was 19 pop sticks long. So you can see that there were no curvy lines, no gaps or overlaps. Then I measured my lunchbox, and my lunchbox was 5 matchsticks wide. And there's my picture there. How did you go? Our learning intention today is to practice estimating and measuring the length of objects. Sometimes we have to know the exact measurement using informal or formal measuring tools, but sometimes it's more appropriate to estimate. When we estimate, we use what we know and can see to explain our thinking. It's not just a random guess. I have some pictures here, and I want you to help me work out whether it would be more appropriate to measure or to estimate. So if you think that you would need to measure, you would put your hands on your heads. But if you think it's more appropriate to estimate, put your hands on your shoulders. Are you ready? Okay, so here we have some children at the shops and they're picking a t-shirt to wear. What do you think they would do here? I think so too. I think just estimating which one would fit. Let's try another. Here we have a piece of timber, and this could be someone building a bookshelf or building a house. When we're doing building, it's probably more appropriate that's right, to measure. Let's try another one. When buying furniture, if you had a table and you're wanting to buy your dining chairs to match, would you just estimate which chair would fit? No, that's right. You would measure. Aha. Enjoying some birthday cake. When you are cutting the cake to share, do you measure exactly how big each piece should be? No, just a rough estimate is okay. What's next? Oh, getting your hair cut. Does the hairdresser get out a ruler or measuring tape to measure exactly how much hair to cut off? No, it's an estimate. Ah, who's ever moved house before and having to shift furniture through the doorway? Do you just guess if it will fit? No, it's more appropriate to measure. What have we got next? Now we've just had the Olympics. Did you watch any of the running races or the hurdles? Do you think they would just estimate how far 100 metres is? No, they would measure to make sure it's very accurate. Our last picture. This person is getting a suit. We call it tailor-made, so it fits his body perfectly. Do you think they would just estimate how long his arms are? No, it has to fit perfectly. So they're going to measure. Thank you for helping me. We know that when we're estimating, we use what we know and can see to explain our thinking. We're not just randomly guessing. Now, we often think about a number that's too high or too low, and we estimate somewhere in between. For example, if we were looking at this book and we wanted to estimate how wide this book is using matchsticks, we know that it wouldn't be more than 20 matchsticks wide, and it wouldn't be less than 3. So I would estimate a number in between, like 10. To estimate, there are some different strategies we can use. One way to estimate is by comparing objects. For example, this shoe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Unifix cubes long. Now, if I wanted to estimate how long my son's shoe is, I know that they're roughly the same size, so I would estimate 8 by comparing the two objects. Another way we can estimate is by comparing objects, then adjusting. For example, we learned in a previous lesson that my drink bottle is 13 Unifix cubes tall. Now, if I wanted to estimate this drink bottle, I know that it's shorter than this one. So my estimate would be lower than 13. So I might estimate 8. Another way of estimating is by visualizing. So if we wanted to estimate how wide this table was using pop sticks, I would visualize in my mind what one pop stick looks like. Then I would think about, well, how many pop sticks wide would the table be? And I might estimate 9. Now we're going to practice estimating, then measuring to see how accurate we are. Now, remember, when we are estimating, it's not about being correct. It's about being as accurate as you can be based on what you know and can see. So I have these Play-Doh snakes here, and we're going to estimate how long these snakes are using Unifix cubes. For this first snake, I'm going to use the strategy we talked about where I visualize. So in my mind, I'm visualizing one Unifix cube. So I'm thinking that this Play-Doh snake will be 2 Unifix cubes. So I'm going to draw that now. So here's the snake, and I'm going to write 2 Unifix cubes. I know what 1 looks like, So I've estimated by what I know. Okay, now let's use our top tips to measure this first Play-Doh snake. Okay, here we go. So we've got 1, 2. How many Unifix cubes long? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's write that down. So it actually was 4 Unifix cubes. Now I've just remembered I forgot to record what attribute. So I'm going to add here 4 Unifix cubes long. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to move this snake here. This blue snake looks the same size as the shoe we measured just before. So I'm going to use the strategy of comparing when I estimate this time. So I'm going to estimate that this blue snake is 8 Unifix cubes long, just like the shoe. Let's draw it. And I'm going to write 8 Unifix cubes long. Okay, let's measure. So we've got, I'm going to use those 4. Oops, join them up this way. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, all this practice must be helping me become more accurate. Let's record it. 8 Unifix cubes long. So this was my estimate and this is the actual measurement. Now, I'm going to use our final strategy that we talked about here because this Play-Doh snake actually looks a little bit longer than the shoe. So I'm going to compare but adjust with what I know and what I can see. So I'm going to estimate that this Play-Doh snake is 13 Unifix cubes long. Let's record. I'm going to do this one over here. There's the snake and this is my estimate. 13 Unifix cubes long. Let's measure. Okay, so here we go. I'm lining them up. I'm remembering my tips. No gaps, no overlaps. In a straight line. Oh, I think that's the whole object. Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this Play-Doh snake was 10 Unifix cubes long. Let's record our measurement. So it was 10, let's write that, 10 Unifix cubes long. Now, remember, when we're estimating, it's not about getting it correct, it's about practicing and becoming more accurate. Your home task is to choose 3 objects. Estimate, using your informal measuring tools, how long it is, write it down, then measure and check. Remember, it's not about being correct, it's about using what you know and can see to be as accurate as you can be. Today, we have practiced estimating using different strategies. We've practiced estimating by visualizing, by comparing objects, and we've practiced estimating by comparing and then adjusting, using what we know and what we can see. Estimating is not just random guessing. Thanks for joining me, everyone. See you next time.